If you've been told that working harder is the path to wealth, then you've been sold the greatest financial illusion of modern times. Every morning millions of people wake up before sunrise, fight traffic, answer to bosses they don't respect, spend decades chasing promotions, and call it building a future. Yet after 20 or 30 years, many still live paycheck to paycheck.
Why? Because they've been taught to chase income, while the truly wealthy quietly collect assets. There is a difference. Income feeds you today, assets feed you forever.
The rich understand this difference so deeply that they organize their entire lives around it. They don't ask, how can I make more money this month? They ask, what can I own today that will continue paying me long after I stop working? That single shift in thinking separates financial freedom from lifelong dependence. This isn't luck, this isn't privilege, this is strategy. And strategy always beats effort without direction. Today's video reveals 10 money rules that wealthy people quietly follow while everyone else competes in the endless race for bigger salaries. These aren't motivational slogans.
These are psychological weapons. Master even a few of them and you'll never look at money the same way again.
Stay until the end because the final rule changes the way you see every dollar that enters your life. Once you understand it, you'll never spend money carelessly again. Let's begin. Rule number 1. Stop selling time. Start buying ownership. The poor trade hours. The rich buy ownership. Think carefully about that. Every employee sells pieces of their life 1 hour at a time. 8 hours, 10 hours, sometimes 12. When the hours stop, the money stops. That's not wealth, that's renting yourself. The wealthy avoid this trap whenever possible. Instead of asking, how much does this job pay, they ask, what can I own? Ownership is different. When you own a business, people work for you. When you own shares, companies work for you. When you own real estate, work for you. When you own intellectual property, ideas work for you. Ownership allows your money to continue moving while you're sleeping. Imagine planting one tree. For years it produces fruit without asking permission. Now imagine planting hundreds. Eventually you no longer chase food. The trees provide it. Assets are financial trees. Income is simply picking fruit from someone else's orchard. The wealthy spend their lives planting orchards. Everyone else spends theirs collecting baskets.
Machiavelli understood that dependence creates weakness. The moment another person controls your survival, they control you.
Financial independence begins the day your survival depends less on employers and more on what you own. That is why ownership is power. Not because it looks impressive,
but because it gives you choices. And freedom has always belonged to those with choices. Rule number 2, every dollar must become a worker. Most people think money exists to be spent.
The wealthy think money exists to be employed. Every dollar entering your life has 2 possible futures. It can disappear, or it can recruit more dollars. Imagine hiring an employee. You wouldn't pay them forever if they produced nothing. Yet millions receive salaries every month only to fire every dollar immediately on restaurants, gadgets, clothes, subscriptions, and temporary pleasures. The rich refuse to do this. Before spending, they assign jobs. This dollar buys an investment. That dollar buys equipment. Another dollar buys education. Another purchases part of a business. Eventually those dollars return carrying friends. $1 becomes 2, 2 become 4, 4 become 8. This is how wealth compounds. Money behaves exactly like soldiers. A wise king never sends every soldier into one battle. He trains them, strengthens them, expands the army. The rich build financial armies. The poor celebrate temporary victories. Never ask, how much did I earn? Instead ask, how many dollars now work without me? The answer to that question predicts your future. Rule number 3, assets first, lifestyle later. One of the greatest mistakes people make after receiving more income is increasing their lifestyle immediately. New salary, new apartment, new phone, new clothes, new car. The money arrives and instantly disappears. The wealthy reverse this sequence. Raise income, buy assets, let the assets pay for the lifestyle. That's patience. And patience is one of the rarest forms of intelligence.
Imagine 2 friends each receive a large raise. The first upgrades everything. The second quietly buys investments. 5 years later, the first owns expensive memories.
The second owns machines producing cash. Both earned the same money. Only one built wealth. Luxury purchased with active income is fragile. Luxury purchased by assets is sustainable. One impresses strangers. The other creates freedom. Continue asking yourself every month, what asset can I buy before I reward myself? That single habit slowly transforms your financial identity. Because wealth isn't built by what you earn. It's built by what you refuse to consume. Rule number 4, debt is either a weapon or a prison. Most people hear the word debt and think only of monthly payments. The wealthy think differently. They know there are 2 kinds of debt. The first steals from your future. The second builds your future. A loan taken to impress strangers with a luxury car that loses value every year is a prison. Every payment reminds you that your past decisions are controlling your present. But money borrowed to acquire a productive business, real estate, or another income-producing asset can become a weapon, provided the investment reliably earns more than it costs. The difference isn't the loan. The difference is what the loan buys. The poor borrow to consume. The rich borrow carefully to acquire.
Machiavelli believed every weapon should strengthen your position, not weaken it. Money follows the same law. Never allow debt to own you.
If debt doesn't increase your freedom, question whether it's worth taking on at all. Rule number 5, control your emotions before you control money. Money doesn't disappear because people are unintelligent. It disappears because emotions take control. Fear makes people sell opportunities too soon. Greed makes them chase impossible promises.
Envy makes them buy things they never needed. Pride makes them refuse to admit mistakes. The rich understand something most people ignore.
The greatest financial battle doesn't happen in the marketplace. It happens inside your mind. When everyone is panicking, they stay calm. When everyone is showing off, they stay disciplined. When everyone is chasing trends, they wait. Emotional control creates financial control. If you cannot master your impulses, your money will never stay with you for long. Discipline protects wealth far better than excitement ever will. Rule number 6, learn before you earn. People spend years studying for jobs. Few spend months studying money itself. Yet money rewards knowledge. Every successful investor, entrepreneur, or business owner made costly mistakes before achieving success. The difference is that they treated every mistake as tuition. Most people stop learning after school. The wealthy become lifelong students. They study businesses, markets, negotiation, psychology, sales, communication, leadership. Because knowledge compounds exactly like investments. The more you know, the better your decisions become. A single lesson learned today could earn you money for decades. Never complain that opportunities don't exist if you haven't prepared yourself to recognize them. Preparation creates opportunity. Rule number 7, build multiple rivers, not one well. Imagine a village with only one well. If the well dries up,
Everyone suffers.
now imagine 10 rivers flowing into the village.
If one slows down,
The others continue.
most people depend on one paycheck, one employer, one source of survival. The wealthy rarely rely on only one. They build several: investment, businesses, royalties, rental income, dividends.
Consulting, digital products, licensing. One source may weaken, another grows stronger. Diversification isn't about greed, it's about resilience. The fewer people who control your income, the more control you have over your own life. Rule number 8, time is more valuable than money. Money lost can often be earned again. Time cannot. The rich protect their time because they understand its true value. They automate, delegate, systemize. They pay for convenience when it allows them to focus on higher value work.
Meanwhile, many people save small amounts of money while wasting enormous amounts of time. Hours disappear scrolling endlessly, arguing online, watching lives they secretly wish they had.
The wealthy invest those same hours into building assets. Every day gives you 24 hours. No billionaire has more. No poor person has less. The difference lies in how those hours are invested.
Protect your time like your greatest investment, because it is. Rule number 9, wealth is built quietly. Modern society celebrates appearances, luxury cars, designer clothes, expensive watches.
Social media success. The truly wealthy often move differently. They don't need applause. Their confidence comes from ownership, not attention. Many people look rich while carrying enormous debt. Others appear ordinary while quietly owning businesses, investments, and properties. Never confuse lifestyle with wealth. One is visible, the other is measurable. The loudest millionaire in the room is often not the wealthiest. Real wealth whispers, because it has nothing left to prove. Rule number 10, make money your servant, never your master. This is the final lesson, and perhaps the most important. Money is a tool, nothing more, nothing less. The moment you begin chasing money for status, validation, or ego, it begins controlling you. The wealthy don't worship money, they direct it. Every dollar receives an assignment. Every investment serves a purpose. Every purchase is intentional. Money should create freedom, not anxiety, not endless comparison, not a life spent impressing people who don't care. Machiavelli understood that true power comes from control. The same is true financially. Control your spending, control your emotions, control your investments, control your future. Then money becomes your servant instead of your master. Final thoughts. The greatest financial secret isn't hidden in banks, governments, or elite circles. It's hidden in the choices you make every single day. You don't become wealthy because you earn one massive paycheck. You become wealthy because you repeatedly choose assets over appearances, ownership over dependence, patience over impulse, discipline over emotion, knowledge over ignorance. Every fortune began with one decision, one asset, one investment, one disciplined habit repeated again and again. Remember this. The poor ask, how much can I spend? The middle class asks, how much do I earn? But the rich ask one question above all others. What can I own today that will pay me tomorrow? Answer that question consistently, and your financial future begins to change. Because income can disappear overnight. Assets can continue working for generations. The people who understand that difference don't just make money. They build wealth that outlives them.
And that is the ultimate form of financial power.